thank you all for coming tonight. I'm Amy Owens. I'm the town manager here in Franklin. This is Justin Setzer, our town planner. The meeting tonight is specific to our PARTF grant application. The town council approved for us to move forward and actually apply for funding through the PARTF, which is through the North Carolina Parks and Recreation Trust Fund. We are asking for a grant of $500,000, $500,000, and it is a one-to-one match that would have to be met by the town. We do have those funds available, so rest assured we would not apply for something and then ask for money to help with it after the fact. We've already taken care of that. As you know, or I hope you know, the Whitmire property already has the skate park on it. That's our best little keystone that we could ever have up there. So part of what we've applied for in the grant is not only the inclusive play area, but also the corresponding parking areas, all the connecting sidewalks, and the restroom facilities that go up there. Because we know it doesn't do us any good to build the facility for people to utilize if they don't have the parking area and the connectors to get to it. The PARTF grant is actually due on May 1st. We should find out sometime in August whether or not it is funded, and then funds would be received sometime in October. So this is one of the steps that actually gets us points on our application, is to get input from you all regarding our application, regarding the fact that we are applying for these funds for this specific purpose. We know that we went through the process back in 2023. We did 2 public input sessions, one in February, one in May. It was all day in multiple different locations here in town. We also did an online survey, and we were very pleased to get over 500 responses on that online survey. So we listened, we worked with McGill and Associates, came up with this recreation master plan, which was approved by the town council in July of 2023. And so since we knew the grant funding cycle was for May of 2024, we've been trying to work together to get that application set, and inclusive playground, accessibility, bathrooms, things like that, that all combined together was what we've been asked for from the public as a whole. So tonight, that's what we're here to discuss. If you have any questions about the different areas that we've selected to apply for the grant for, we're happy to answer any questions that you may have. We know that everybody has different ideas about what's the most important, and we were very pleased to get lots of different input. So you'll see lots of different amenities that eventually we will have up there on the Whitmire property, and it should serve multi-generational families. Give people opportunities to, if you've got one kid that's interested in skateboarding and one that wants to play on the playground, and sit somewhere in between to be able to watch both and do that. Have a nice place to have some picnics. Eventually we will have an amphitheater down here that will utilize the geographic area very well, because it already sort of amplifies up. So we'll have some concerts on the lawn, different things like that, to give you some different opportunities to enjoy the outdoors, as well as being right here in town, so it's close. You don't have to travel to go be able to do things. So, what questions do you have for me or Justin?
Paved parking lot, I assume, right?
Yes.
I like that it's really close to the playground, so if you have a kid in a wheelchair or something, you don't have to travel all over.
Correct, yeah. We've got we've got 24 spaces here, 88 spaces here, and actually we've got 10 spaces down at the bottom just in case we have some overflow.
Will the one at the bottom be included in the first part?
It will not. It's in a different phase. And if you got the packet of information that I had, the first map that's in there, it's color coded. So the light green is what's going to be taken care of in phase 1. Then you've got the different color of pink for phase 2, and then the darker pink is phase 3. So,
just out of curiosity, how much is a playground, like with all the equipment? I'm just curious, like is it $300,000?
it's about $500,000 with the pour-in-place surface, because that surface is, number one, it's safer for individuals who may have wheelchairs or may have some different issues with stability. And so, once that surface is in, then the playground implements are actually set down on top of it, and it's all together, and one provider actually does everything. So,
And the bathroom, like how much does that cost? Out here?
bathroom's about $200,000 because it's 6 stalls on either side with an interior wall where all of the heating equipment and things like that are located, so that it's not easily accessible by anyone outside. So we want it to be a very nice facility. So
And
taking
it's-
a little bit.
And the bathroom's in the middle of the property, because when we were doing the plan, it originally was up here in the pavilion, but then we had thoughts of like, if you have vents further away, that's how far it is, so we decided to put it centrally located for everybody, so it's equal. So not one set of people maybe would have to walk a long way to get to it, so it's right in the middle of the property.
Will it be similar to the one at the dog park?
Probably bigger than that one.
Bigger?
Yeah.
I think that one's only 2 stalls, I think, each. It's not as big.
And it'll have one restroom facility that's like a family restroom facility if you need it.
And I think they also have a little storage area where we can keep a little bit of equipment, like it's a closet room.
That pour-in-place material, is that like the rubber, soft? So, it's not cement? or
No, it's not
asphalt?
cement, it's not mulch or anything like that, because wheelchairs and strollers and things don't move well on mulch.
Right.
So it's a more flat surface, but it is porous enough to where water will come off of it.
I've seen it before, it's soft, I forget what it's made of, it's like...
Recycled like retired, right?
Yes, that's
Some of
exactly what I
it
was
is.
thinking, yeah.
The best example I can give is, now you can tell that I'm a big fan of Disney, is if you go to Art of Animation in front of where the Lion King is and you step onto that surface, that's a pour-in-place
I've done that.
surface.
I can take it away.
It's usually colored, reds and different colors. It's,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've seen it in playgrounds before, which is really neat, especially for the kids. They fall off or something. The other question was, I asked earlier, I know there's 3 phases, this is 500,000. Do you guys expect the other 2 to be around that same amount, less, more, or just don't know yet?
Well, we don't know for sure, but the full amount, when we first looked at it and McGill helped us out, it was a little over $8.5
Yeah, I heard
million
you
for the
mention
whole
that
thing.
earlier, so if that's the
So,
case,
right now, the phase that we're looking at, the total cost is a little bit over 1.5 million.
of this phase. Okay.
Phase 1 is about 1.5 million.